All right, students, experiment day 4. Let's see what happened with that egg. And we've kind of been through all this already. Cell membrane, diffusion, osmosis. I'm going to pose a question to you right now. I think you have to be thinking about this, even if you haven't already. But what is an egg? What exactly is an egg? Let's take a minute and think about that. All right, so day 4 says we're pouring off the water and carefully removing that egg. We're going to collect some data like we've been doing. Let's see what that egg looks like. Okay, I told you I added the food coloring. So we have a blue egg. You still see some shell residue there that I probably could have rubbed off if I just held it under the water and kind of scraped it with my thumb. Whatever. I just wanted to keep some of that on there. But a very blue egg. Almost looks like a weird shaped earth, right? There it is. Back to the full water balloon looking. In fact, it looks a lot more like a water balloon when it's blue. Oh, so bouncy. Look at that. So bouncy. Pushing maximum density there. I'm afraid that thing was going to pop on me. Let's see what the mass is. And turn that scale on. Oh my, look at that. 88 grams. 88 grams. All right, so our mass today after the 24 hours in water is 88 grams. We're going to put that right here. We'll paste that in. 88 grams. Big, big gain in mass. More than doubled what it was after the corn syrup. How about that? All right, so now let's look at the circumference. Much easier to take the circumference today than after the corn syrup. That was really kind of a real guesstimate on that one rather than an estimate. This one is much more exact because the string is able to wrap easily around that big water balloon egg. All right, and it looks like 16.9 centimeters. 16.9. All right, another big gain here is the circumference. So let's put that in there. Last little box in the data table. We need to fill in here. Paste it in 16.9 centimeters. Okay, and then we're going to get back to those arrows, and you should know how those arrows should be drawn today or pasted in there. All right. 3, 2, 1. Oh, exploding egg. Doesn't take much to make it pop. So I wasn't even holding up that high. There's that cell membrane. There it is. And if you were maybe guessing or trying to guess and see if that food coloring would penetrate the membrane, you can see that it did. The water in the egg looks kind of blue. That membrane is fairly tough, tears pretty easily, but it has some flexibility. You can see it's stretching, but it's not going to stay together like a balloon as much as it kind of feels like it. If you could feel that, it really does feel like a balloon, very much like that elastic, but just not quite as stretchy. All right, guys, and finally the last set of arrows that go in that bottom cup with the egg. We had a gain in mass, right? 75 grams after the vinegar. We established that the water molecules went into the egg. We had a very high concentration of water outside the egg, very low concentration of water in a raw egg. So water molecules pass through into the membrane. Then we had a very low concentration of water outside the egg, very high concentration of water in the egg. That loss of mass here, right? So we established that the water molecules left the egg again, and you could see the water that was floating on the top of the corn syrup when I poured it out. And then a huge gain in mass, more than doubled the gain or the amount of mass here with 88 grams. Again, a very low concentration of water inside the egg. That floppy, deflated looking egg was put in 100% water. Doesn't get any higher concentration than that. So what happens? Those water molecules pass through the membrane again into the egg. That's why we got that huge gain in mass, a gain in circumference, right? Let's put those in there. I'm going to do that a little easier today. I'm just going to copy and paste these. Paste. There it is. Grab it with the white arrows. It'll drag down here. There's one. Let's paste it again. There's the white arrows. Paste it right there. Let's do this one. Copy. Paste. Let's drag that down here. Oh, maybe stretch it out a little. There we go. That shows the water molecules going back into the egg. Guys, the data table should look just like this. Right? I want it to be complete. I don't want any blanks. That's going to be an easy way for me to count things wrong. You have an awesome opportunity to make a good lab grade. Let's take advantage of that.